भाई रात को हाउस वार्मिंग थी, ज्यादा हो गई। प्रॉक्सी लगा देना यार।
पागल हो गया क्या? ऑफिस में कौन प्रॉक्सी लगाता है बे? Boss has been looking for you.
Adulting hurts, but renting doesn't. Log on to rentomojo.com.
While leader of the opposition was making his address to this house, I had from the chair deleted certain portions. It is unfortunate that from the official handle of his party, there is propagation of the deletion portion. This cannot be countenanced. We have to follow some kind of a procedure. Maybe there is an issue with deletion, but once there is a direction from the chair that a portion has been deleted, and you continue to propagate it, and that too from official handle. Not only I deprecate, I urge leader of opposition and his party to take note of it. It is a situation, if we outrage it, we will be heading towards something very different. Deletion takes place when the chair, in its wisdom and discretion, takes a call, which means there should be no publication of that. And that dissemination is taking place after that direction. This is regrettable, reprehensible, and I urge this should not happen again. Sri Jawar Sarkar. Mr. Sarkar, there is allocation of 15 minutes for you.
Beg your pardon, sir?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. I'm sure you'll give me some extra time, sir, because others have had. Sir, my only request is that I be allowed to speak without interruptions, because I'm going to speak on very factual basis. It is a speech made by the President of India based on inputs given by the government, and there are certain comments on it. So I'll start with, say, para 3, where the President talks about good governance. Now, I look at my friends on both sides and ask them that when you visit a Sarkari office, do you see this good governance, or have the rates gone up? I mean, it's just an open question. Do you see good governance in Sarkari offices, or do you see certain other obstructions? Now, instead of going by a statement made in the President's speech, I will take up an international comparison given by the World Bank. The World Bank's Global Economy Government Efficiency Index. Government Efficiency Index puts India at number 66. Number 66, the lowest among developed countries, and we are behind Botswana, pata nahi kahan, Fiji, Mauritius, Lithuania, Latvia, vagare. We are behind. Sir, if we spend more time on actual governance rather than on advertising slogans and taglines made by ad agencies, instead of image boosting, things could have taken place in the last 10 years. Or the second part relates to the continuous drumming of GDP, 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 that we are the 5th largest GDP country in the world. I admit. लेकिन जब जीडीपी के पानी पिएंगे, याद करना किसने वो कुआं खोदे थे? Who built the foundation for this GDP? But when we talk of 3 trillion, now 5 trillion GDP by 2024, a promise made by the Prime Minister, we are in 2024 and we are nowhere near 4 trillion. 5 trillion के बाद तो छोड़िए, 4 trillion तक नहीं पहुंचा. कोई बात नहीं, we will all make it. But GDP, the way we compute it, is the gross wealth of the nation as a whole, which includes the obscene degrees of wealth accumulated during the 10 years by the oligarchs and big houses. This is a government, as everyone knows, for the rich, by the rich. So we talk of GDP in terms of you and me, per capita GDP. Per capita GDP, India's rank is 120th in the world. 120 in the world. 120th rank in the world with only $2,400. That's all. So we must understand that GDP. I am quoting and I can give it any time.
प्लीज 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 आपस में बात नहीं आप बोल
So we are one of
Please
the
do not
lowest
talk.
in GDP in the world, and an established fact. You can look up whatever you want. But this GDP is the GDP of Ambani, Adani, Jindal, and Vedant Agarwal. Aja. This is what I call the Aja GDP, because hum log to hai Jaja GDP. We belong to the Jaja group of GDP. Jao tum log. Now, yaad rakhiye that inequality has reached insane proportions under this government. International reports say that inequality is far worse than in colonial times. आप लोग बातों पर colonial बोलते ना. The second point I want to raise is on para 4 of the Honorable President's address. My government's budget. Sir, let me humbly submit that as I stand before you, there's an economic blockade of West Bengal. I'm using the term, not deprivation, an economic blockade of Bengal. There are many opposition states that are suffering from pinches and cuts. But where Bengal is concerned, we are stopped from 1,23,358 crores, 1.23 lakh crores for Narega, PMAY, PM Gram Sarak Yojana, NHM central subsidy. 40,000 of deprivation in the last 2 years makes it a total of 1,71,000 crores of deprivation. We are specially targeted. Our funds for cyclone, people whose houses have been devastated by cyclone, Amphan, Yas, Bulbul, Patani, 10 years ago, they have not received any compensation. 870 crores of health sector funds are illegally stopped to us by linking it. I'm using the word illegally. I'm an officer. I was an officer. I know which part is legal and which part is not legal. 15th Finance Commission fund has been illegally tied up with Ayushman Bharat and color coding. हमें कहा जाता कि उसको make it saffron. Why? We have to understand why. Why this special hatred for Bengal? There are attacks on other states. It is because twice you have raised this bogey that Bengal hamare haath mein hai, and you have thrown out. We are, with whatever pressures you put, we shall not accept the three nitis of, we shall not accept. Please sit down.
Passion can be soft, comfortable, and good-looking. My trident, my love for home.
Decathlon, 60 plus sports, 6,000 plus pro. Decathlon. Visit the store or download the app.
प्लीज
We
आपस
shall
में
not
बात नहीं
accept your communal agenda. We shall not accept your caste agenda. We throw out caste, and we shall not accept the repression of women. Bengal is the only state. Bengal is the only
प्लीज
state.
बैठे अपनी जगह मिस्टर जवाहर सरकार प्लीज आप दोनों बैठे आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही है
Cutting into my time.
यू स्पीक
Sir, let me put it. Bengal is the only state, my friends, that has 38% women MPs in Rajya Sabha, 38% and 38% women MPs in Lok Sabha.
प्लीज आप बैठ जाए
Come somewhere close to it and the baat karenge. I don't know who this man.
आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही
Now,
प्लीज
we have said, the excuse given by finance is आप UC नहीं देते. UC means utilization certificate नहीं देते. अब देखें CAG report of 21-22, what it says in para 4.16. It says 32 central ministries have not submitted UCs for 42,800 UCs. क्या फालतू यूसी करते. Sir, the happiest news is what the president has said in para 4. It's happy to me for a very, very historical